Let's just end my suffering. Go on. Go on. Do it. Fucking break my skull open with a goddamn surfboard so I don't have to fucking suffer this anymore. I adore Naiko as a character. But practically her entire route is just bogged down by the surfing bullshit. Hello and welcome back to the water. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Kakenuke Seishun Sparking. Anyways. Let's just get into it. I want to get this over with. Okay, that sounds bad. But yeah, as you can see, I did not stream today. I just, first off, didn't really feel like it. Second off, have not been able to grind yet. Anyways. Alright. Do I need to calm down? It'd be a bad idea now that it's dark out. That's not a good enough reason, especially when it's a matter of life and death. Well, still some time until sunrise. We had retrieved our things from the lock at the rental shop, so she could have gone out into the water right away, but at the very least we can wait it out here until sunrise. We decided to loiter around by the edge of the water and gazed out at the ocean. We could just come back later when it's light out. Would it be okay dressed like that? You won't catch a cold or anything? Nagiko clung on to me tightly to nestle her body closer. She smiled shyly. She shyly smiled up at me from point-blank range. Yeah, you're right. If that's how you want it, then I'll warm you up as much as you want. Naiko's lips gingerly brushed against my cheek. She clung to me a bit harder too. I was enveloped by the natural warmth when she leaned against me. We simply gazed as it slowly began to get the light out. How did the waves look now? Say, sunrise was near. Wait, it was daybreak while cuddling together on the beach. Then there it is. Oh, they do actually. This is actually like a daybreak version of the beach. The sun slowly peeked out from beyond the horizon. The sky gradually grew brighter, and the ocean rapidly regained its serene shade of blue. How do the waves look now? Got it. No matter how excited she might have been, she seemed to have regained composure now that she'd given it some time. Up until today, Nagiko had experienced one failure after another. She probably had hoped better waves would wash away those setbacks. Felt the breeze blow in from the ocean. Nagiko sprung to her feet. The waves came in. I see. She picked up her surfboard. Nagiko rushed towards the ocean. And we're here again. If I knew it, the sun had risen high enough to cast its brilliant rays upon us. Naka was illuminated in the morning sun as she sent spray from the ocean flying.
よし、この波ならまずは何でもいいからエアを。
Naka lost her balance and wiped out. Quickly floated to the surface and shouted with frustration. Naka, are you okay?
大丈夫。次こそ華麗なエアを見せてあげるわ。
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I shouted out to Nagiko from the beach. She didn't seem discouraged by her failure in the slightest.
よし、次こそ成功させてみせる。
Once again, she paddled out towards the waves. Nagiko performed under the takeoff and seamlessly rode out onto the water.
よっしゃ。
She rode up and down and gained speed into a cutback. However, she unexpectedly bounced on the wave and lost her balance.
セーフよね。
However, she managed to recover and avoided another wipeout. Of course, that didn't mean her board would stop in place.
次こそ。
Nagiko, go! She had already picked up ample speed. Nagiko waited for the right time, then leveraged the force of the wave to go airborne.
ここだ。
Straight air and was higher than usual. She made a clean landing without losing her composure.
よし。
Nagiko beamed atop her board and clenched her fist. She jumped! It was an ordinary straight air. This was incredible progress when you considered that she had yet to successfully land a jump before yesterday.
やっぱりやればできるじゃない。よーし、じゃんじゃん行くわよ。
The wave she had been riding was gradually losing its momentum. Nagiko repositioned herself to paddle out into the water in search of a better wave. Something was different. Entire demeanor changed following another successful takeoff, one that proudly declared I won't fail.
次はいよいよエアリバース行くわよ。
She rode up and down repeatedly, gaining speed. Go, Nagiko! Go for it!
はあ。
She jumped. That she gained was on par with the straight air from earlier. She even managed to rotate. Nagiko landed an air reverse.
よっしゃー！できたー！
She safely nailed the landing, then struck a triumphant pose. Even from the beach, you could see that she was positively beaming.
どうだった？
It's amazing, you were perfect.
もう一回行ってくる。ちゃんと見ててね。
Of course, I'll keep watching. She psyched herself up and paddled back out into the open water. Continued to watch Nagiko in earnest as the water shimmered beneath the morning sun. Nagiko jumped and coiled her arms around me. Yeah, I saw. Looks like you're finally out of your slump.
そんなんじゃとどまらないわ。私、以前よりもコツをつかんだ気がするもの。サーファーとして一皮向けて上のステージに進めた感じがする。
Sure, that's not another slight exaggeration. But congratulations, Nagiko. As far as I could tell, Nagiko didn't seem the least bit anxious now. And it seemed Nagiko had regained her confidence she'd lost.
これも全部ユウのおかげよ。ありがとう、ユウ。
Nah, you're the one who put in the effort. All I did was cuddle with her on the beach earlier. Oh, that makes that absurd suggestion and make that absurd suggestion to climb up a mountain. If either of those things helped her, then that's all that mattered.
もう言ったら、もっと俺のおかげだって威張ってもいいのよ。私だってそのユウがいなかったら。
Yes, I'm using chopsticks to eat these chips. Because I don't want dust fingers. And I already had cup noodles anyway, so why the fuck not use them? All I had to do was fucking dry them off with a goddamn paper towel.
多分こんなに頑張れなかったし。
There you go.
ねえ、ユウ、私。
Hold on. Because we still have not had a sex scene of her in this suit.
すごく体がほてっちゃってる。
Huh? She stared up at me with glassy eyes. Her intense gaze made my heart skip a beat. Not good at landing that should get you in the mood or something.
うん。それもあるかな。でもそれ以上に、ユウのおかげで心臓のドキドキが止まらなくて。ねえ、私の心臓の音、わかる？
Well, no. She may have been basically glued to me, but my hearing wasn't that good. If anything, having it pressed up against me was making my heart race.
じゃあ、こうすればちゃんと伝わる？
She grabbed my hand and guided it to her chest, inside of her wetsuit. Nagiko slipped my hand underneath her bra. I guess she is wearing a bra underneath. Either.
どう？ドキドキ感じる？
Yeah, I do. You feel Nagiko's soft skin. It was through the ample swell of her breast that I could feel her throbbing heartbeat.
よかった。私のドキドキ、ユウにちゃんと伝わった。
She released my hand. However, in exchange, she clung to me tightly and practically crushed her tits against me.
徹夜でテンション上がってるからかな。サーフィンやってドキドキが全然収まらないの。それにこうしてギュッてしてユウの匂いを嗅いだからかも。
Nagiko. I gulped at the sight of the enticing glimmer in her eyes. Okay, enough of that joke. My heart rammed against my ribcage when her soft body leaned against mine. Of course, I felt the same way. Between the hugging and touching Nagiko on the wetsuit, summing it up to a rapid heartbeat didn't cover how I felt, especially now that I was... Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty excited myself. Was it because she was pressing against me? I'd imagine pulling an all-nighter likely had something to do with it as well. It's crazy how turned on I am.
やっぱりそうなんだ。ここ大きくなってるからそうだと思った。
You do that here? Okay, yeah, I'm pulling this out. Nagiko's hand rests on the ground. It didn't take much to turn on, huh?
仕方ないじゃない。
It's not like I can help, she says.
こんなところでと
I'm
は
not sure
思
how
う
I
け
feel
ど。
about doing it here of all places, but
だ
why
ね。
don't we, Nagiko
ユ
says.
ウはした
Or
く
do you
ない
not
の？
want to, Nagiko says. Is it obvious that I do? I hadn't lost all my faculties just yet. The early morning or not, I was worried about doing that on the beach. There wasn't anyone around, though. Nagiko!
ユ
I briefly pulled Nagiko away, only to push her back down onto the sand. See you after the sex scene. They done did do the fug. Hold on. Whoa, you alright? I asked when I caught her in a fluster.
大丈夫。ユウ、好き。
Yeah, I love you too, Nagiko. Seemed like she was fine. She sounds so frail, though. Or rather, so transient, it was like she would fade away at any second.
ねえ、ユ
I'm
ウ、
fucking tired of shit.
私、すっごい幸せ。ユウはどう？
Of course I'm happy to. I found a woman I loved, and I found a goal worth achieving. Supporting her. My greatest happiness is getting to be with you. Do you? That was as far as I got with my sentence before I clamped my mouth shut. Nagiko felt strangely heavy in my arms. She seemed awfully quiet too. Nagiko? Nagiko! Why'd you sleep? What the? Don't scare me like that. a huge relief to see a peaceful slumbering face. But man, fall asleep out of nowhere. Oh, right, we were up all night. It's clear she had overexerted herself. Not only did Naiko climb a mountain, but she surfed her heart out the moment the sun came up. And after all of that, she enthusiastically had sex with me. It wasn't all that surprising that she would doze off at a moment's notice. She gets unavoidable. There's no way I could leave her like this. Not only was there post-sex cleanup to tend to, she would catch a cold if I left her in this wet swimsuit. Given the time, wouldn't be strange for someone to walk by either. Quickly got dressed, stood up, and carried Naiko on my back. There's gonna be another scorch out today. Carried Naiko along with her surfboard. Then I leisurely walked the path back to the house. There was still plenty of time until her appointment with Igarashi. I should let her rest for a bit.
You... 大好き.
Yeah, I love you too, Nagiko. And Naiko, good work. I knew she wouldn't hear me, but I softly whispered that anyway. As I felt Nagiko's weight on my back, I gradually made my way home under the warm light of summer. I can skip the ending credits now.
はい。はい、その通りです。すみません。では、よろしくお願いします。
Naiko ended the call and took a deep breath. Good work.
ありがとう。って言っても、電話をしただけなんだけどね。
Something tells me she can't stop the fucking surfing thing. We're nervous considering who the call was with, right?
まあね。でも、これは自分でしなくちゃいけない連絡だったし。
Nagiko had called Igarashi, the woman who worked for the surfing magazine. You want to talk about it?
うん。手厚いサポートでプロを目指せるのはいいけど、今の私は、まだその資格はないと思うから、電話じゃなくて、直接会って断るわ。
Later that day, although Nagiko nearly overslept, she had successfully made it through the photo shoot. She had nailed one trick after another. Igarashi had openly complimented her and suggested including her in next month's featured articles. It was after careful consideration that Naiko had finally given her an answer. She turned down the offer to be featured in the magazine as well as a sponsorship contract.
今の私には実力不十分。調子に乗ってた時ならともかく、受けられるほど厚かましくなれないわ。
To be honest, I think you're plenty skilled as it is.
ユウは本当の上の人たちを知らないからそう言えるのよ。エキシビジョンに出てたプロを見たでしょ？
You got a point. Shonen could see that they were at a completely different level than the rest of us. It wasn't just their stealth techniques either. The way they rode their boards was nothing short of mesmerizing.
ネットの話題やたまたまもらえた特別賞のおかげでしょうね。五十嵐さんたちが興味を持ってくれたのは。
She replied with a heavy sigh. As she shook her head, I could only assume it was to clear away any lingering regrets.
今回のことでよくわかったわ。私はまだそんなレベルじゃない。そんなこと言ってもらえる立場じゃないって。だから決めたのよ。私はいつか私自身のサーフィンの実力でプロになる。話題とか特別賞とかじゃなくて、実力でスポンサーを見つけてみせるわ。
She replied matter-of-factly, and she looked positively dazzling for it. See? That's what you decided, huh? If that's the case, then I'll cheer you on every step of the way. Not only that, but I'd pour all my energy into supporting whatever decision she made. There may very well be a future like that.
ありがとう、ユウ。でも、もしいつかプロになれたら、大会を転戦して海外に住むことになるかも。
Oh, that's awesome.
うん。そうなれば嬉しいけど。
Something wrong?
そうなるのが夢なんだけど。
Touched my head, unsure why she was so hesitant to respond.
その、ユウとはあんまり離れたくないし。ユウだって私と離れるのは嫌でしょ？
No,
嫌じゃないの？
She interrupted me and leaned forward, close enough that our faces nearly touched. Wait, I messed up. I'm not bothered by it. When the time comes, I had every intention to go with you overseas.
You...
With everything we've been through, it really got me thinking. That maybe I could be there to support you in achieving your dream. If you want to go abroad, then I'll go with you.
ありがとう。そう言ってくれると嬉しいわ。
She pointed a charming smile in my direction. I bent down and gave her a kiss. A surprised squeak escaped her in that moment. It was always she reciprocated and coiled her tongue around. Oh boy. You don't need to make that full.
言うってば急すぎよ。
Sorry, I couldn't resist when he looked at me like that.
バカ、何言ってんのよもう。
Her cheeks darkened at my comment. Nagiko bashfully pulled away from me.
とにかく、私はそう決めたから。私は自分のペースでプロを目指すわ。
As that should be. So, when are you gonna make your next goal?
あ、そのことなら、調べてみたら来月早々に隣の県であるみたいだし、そこが第一の目標かな。
Like the amateur tournament we'd attended previously during the beach festival, this was a formal, organized, officially recognized competition. Would probably be difficult to even earn a special reward like the last time, but I bet you'll become even more popular if you win an award at that tournament too. That probably wasn't a good thing though. As happy as I would be for people to acknowledge your talents as a surfer.
なーに言う。もしかして、なぎこお姉さんが人気になることに嫉妬してるの？誰かに取られちゃうかも。なんて。
Why are you calling yourself Nagiko-o-ne-san? Also, why would I be jealous? Sure, I was worried when you went viral from that video Hijiri posted, but only because I was worried for your safety.
ありがとう、ゆう。
I know. Maybe we should buckle down and properly learn Aikido. That would be an essential element in our relationship if I was going to support Nagiko both professionally and privately. Doubt that someone as strong as Nagiko needed my help in that department now. At the end of the day, all I wanted to do was protect her from anything and everything that came her way.
でも無理はしなくていいからね。私は、ゆうが一緒にいてくれるだけでも嬉しいから。
You say that just means I need to do it all the more. I pull her closer to a gentle embrace. Let's do our best together, Nagiko. No matter what happens, I'll always support you. Do what makes you happy.
Huh?
Was entirely likely a slew of problems would pop up in the future. There was no guarantee she wouldn't fall into a major slump again either. But take it step by step. I was sure everything would work out so long as we were together. I'll walk with you as we continue to enjoy our youth.
そうね。
You see G for this?
ゆう。愛してるわ。
We would overcome any hardship together, just like she conquered the waves. I was sure of it. Together we could make it through thick and thin. No CG! No new CG for before the ending credits, nor a new CG for after the ending credits. Oh, never mind. A few years later.
A Queen Surfing Cup of the Summer!
Oh.
Winner! Nagiko-Kaido!
Now we get the CG problem.
やったわゆう。
Yeah, good going, Nagiko! Queen Surfing Cup, it says on the trophy as well. Also, you got a new wetsuit.
もう最高。とうとう優勝よ。これも全部、ずっと私を支えてくれてたユウのおかげだわ。大好き。
Leapt towards me with a championship trophy in hand and caught her in midair. Nagiko looked positively radiant as she basked in the midsummer light. Honest to God, the fucking surfing ending still feels ham-fisted to me.
Kakenuke Seishun.
Like, I 100% say that it would have been better if it was, hey, just because we are passionate about something doesn't mean there is a need to want to make it a career. Some things are best left just as a hobby. She enjoyed surfing for the thing of it, for the act of it, but trying to make it a career would just put undue stress, like pressure on her. So if all she wants to do is enjoy surfing, there's nothing harming her from doing a hobby. Like, something like that would have been a nice lesson behind it. And we could have moved away from the surfing eventually. But now, not only did all of that happen, we were forced into more surfing bullshit, which don't randomly pull out a fucking sport for the real world and get really in depth with it without explaining anything about it. You always have to assume that your audience is fucking retarded when it comes to these types of shit. Like, every time there was talk about an air reverse or fucking aerial or anything like that, it just went over my head because I don't fucking know surfing. So all the surfing talk was just tedium and made me not enjoy the route. And again, it entirely just feels forced, in my opinion at least. Like, there's nothing wrong with just enjoying something as a hobby, even if you get the opportunity to do it for a living. That won't always work out. That won't always make you happy. Sometimes turning your hobby into a job makes you stop enjoying said hobby. So sometimes you just keep it as a hobby. And also, like, the even bigger issue than that is just the fact that, first off, we never heard the dad's opinion on her suddenly wanting to go pro with the surfing, even though he, as far as he knows, she is going to take over the fucking dojo, which clearly she fucking did not now. Because turns out you can't take over a dojo and run it when you go all over the fucking world to do fucking surfing competitions. So that just felt odd. And also just that the fact that her going pro now is just going to leave the fucking dojo unattended was never fucking talked about. Like, what the fuck happened with the dojo now? That's also just completely left on the wayside. Like, they even went out of the way to, like, comment on the main character, be like, why can't you do both? And she'd be like, oh yeah, that's not going to happen since she's likely gonna have to travel all the fucking world for competitions. Like, they went out of their way to say that that would be the case. And then they just completely forget about resolving that part. Like, that's the issue. The routes focus too much on the surfing without bothering to explore the implications behind some of the things that are happening. Instead, it's just surfing. Like, there were two ways of doing this. Either she goes the surfing route, but then you have a fucking part of the route where they fucking, you know, deal with the dojo half of her life. Or she just realizes, you know what, I'm not built for pro surfing. I'll do it as a hobby and still inherit the fucking dojo. And hell, that could even be a fun thing, because then suddenly in the dojo she could use what she learned from surfing to think of exercises that help the people studying at the dojo build up a strong core, you know? But none of that happened. Instead, it's just, oh no, I'm nervous about being filmed and all that. Hey, don't be nervous. Okay, I did it. That's what it felt like in the end. I entirely get why people are pissed off about this. Like, I like the character a lot. I hate when that happens. Like, the character is very likable, very interesting. Stuff is going on that makes you want to see what's going on. Then the route is not about that at all. I'm especially upset because, like as I've already mentioned, I've done judo, I've done kung fu. I am interested in martial arts. So being presented with a character that's built up as the martial arts girl, and having like a bunch of talk about that kind of stuff, about how the main character also used to do the Aikido with her, and then having all of that essentially tossed in the garbage for random ass surf plot is just an annoyance. Anyways, I'm getting too fucking heated about this. Yeah, next time we're gonna start with Riri's route. So yeah, bye. Also, before someone asks in the comments again, I'm aware about Hatsuyuki or whatever it was
Kakenuke
called. Actually,
Seishun,
hold on.
Sparking.
Let me go out of my way and check. Okay, project no, new releases. Hatsuyuki Sakura. I'm aware Hatsuyuki Sakura came out, and I entirely plan on playing it. Just, you know, I'm gonna put it on a poll. And also, you know, if fucking Just USA finally gets around to releasing the fucking game where every girl with a route is a teacher, I'll also play that one first, because I'm playing that one the second it comes out. But yeah, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Bye. So much for ending the part there. Hi, I'm restarting a recording right now that I'm going to edit onto the other one, because I opened up the after credit scene just to see what it's about, and oh wow, this one isn't just sex scene setup, because it uses a CG that we saw in the opening. I was wondering where the fuck it was. This route makes me angry. They put the fucking content I actually care about in the fucking after credit scene off to the side, where it probably doesn't fucking matter the overall fucking story. God, I'm getting lightheaded. So many decisions about this route just make me angry. On a hot and toasty summer's day. Pardon me.
いらっしゃいゆ。
Nagiko greeted me in a martial arts uniform upon my arrival at the dojo.
今日も朝から暑かったでしょ
Yeah, I didn't think it'd get this bad. Summer's supposed to be nearly over too.
今年は残暑がそこそこ長くなるみたいね。サーフィンやる分には助かるんだけど、合気道の稽古中はさすがにちょっと辛いわ。
Nagiko flapped the collar of her uniform to try and cool down. She looked visibly sweaty, which suggested she'd been practicing for quite a while. Alright, hold on. I need to redo this. Those uniforms feel really heavy once you get sweaty.
最近はそこら辺を改良して薄手のものとかもあるんだけどね。あ、遠慮しないで中に入って。今日は門下生は誰もいないから。
Thanks for having me. I had to come by today for Aikido practice. Everyone's going to support Nagiko, then I have to put in an effort. The dojo gladly opens its doors to me whenever I had a moment to spare. We do not have classes on.
お父さんが町内会の会合で留守なのよ。だから夕方までお休みってことにしてるの。
Alright. Sorry to show up out of the blue like this.
気にしないで。どっちにしても私は自主的に稽古してたと思うから、言うだけでも稽古に付き合ってくれるのは正直助かる。
Really? As long as I'm not bothering you, then I'm glad to hear it. Ever since she had broken out of her slump, Nagiko had gone all out with her Aikido and surfing practice. She could easily leave me in the dust if I left my guard down. Like to jump right into the practice then?
じゃ、準備体操とウォーミングアップからね。
I got it. Since Nagiko was officially warmed up from earlier training, it meant I would be practicing alone.
柔軟で私が必要になったら声をかけてね。
Nagiko said at the start of my warm-ups before resuming her own practice.
はぁ
She performed a forward rolling break fall move that often appeared in judo and quickly rose to her feet. Followed her example and performed the same move. I Aikido has striking techniques as well, but it mostly boils down to throwing techniques. That made practicing falling techniques very important. You see, this is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off. All the fucking random ass goddamn surfing bullshit. And then they actually put the stuff I know shit about in the after story. Like I will always say, like the biggest issue with the surfing fighter was that it fucking didn't explain anything. It fucking didn't explain anything. What the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? Air reverse. Like that's the main fucking thing, really. What the fuck are scoring criteria for surfing competition? None of that. None of that. Even though it was so obsessed with surfing and surfing form and bullshit like that. I can excuse it a bit more for like Aikido, because Aikido, Judo, stuff like that is a lot more well known. You are more likely to find someone that knows what the fuck a forward rolling break fall is than a air reverse. In case there's someone that doesn't know it, it's in the break fall. It is a technique where you roll while being thrown, roll forward to break your fall. It's literally like the first thing you learn in judo. Like before you learn any of the throwing, before you learn any of the fucking holds, before you learn any of the rules, you learn how to fall correctly, and this is one of the falls. There's also the side roll, side break fall. Don't know the actual English words for it. Essentially, like there's essentially a break fall for being pushed or thrown into any direction. If, for example, someone does like the usual hook behind your leg and push you forward like this, there's a break fall like that. Then there's also for sweeping the legs off to the right, sweeping the legs off to the left, so that you have a break fall for this direction. And of course, the more popular throws that you see when anyone does something judo is the fucking shoulder throw forward, so you roll and break your fall like that. That's what this is. This is what this is stuff I know. So when I had a character that gave me the illusion that it was going to be about stuff I know, and it suddenly fucking isn't, and gets fucking really in depth with the fucking topic I couldn't give a shit about, of course I'm gonna get angry. Anyways, that already ran.
Yeah?
Yep! Gonna land as gracefully as not with that down.
どうかした?
It just felt like my technique is off. I can't do them cleanly like you do.
多分余計な力が入ってるんじゃない?
If I was... Actually, I was about to say if I wasn't a bit lazy, I would like edit a fucking short clip of me doing a forward break roll. But I already have to edit, but at the same time, I don't think I have the space to show that anywhere in the house. And I'm going to edit this overnight, so if I do it tomorrow in like my empty apartment, like I'd still have to go outside for that, so I can't really go right now. And also my grandmother is asleep, I don't want to wake her. And this video is already going to be edited by that time, god fucking damn it. So fun. Not really. The issue is also I can't really do it in the house, like anywhere with a lot of space in this house, considering the risk of cat. Anyways. Too much power.
昔お父さんが言ってなかった? 体がこわばってると怪我をしやすいって。あれって受け身の時も同じで、柔らかくしてないと衝撃を消せないのよ。
Let's see. Was something about how rubber took less impact than stone, basically. You gotta successfully avoid impact by not straining your body.
ユウ、ちょっと力を抜いたまま立っててもらえる?
Sure, got it. She grabbed my arm without warning. It was the next moment that my body suddenly went airborne.
せ?
What?
ほら、あんまり痛くないでしょ？
Oh. I mentioned that my body didn't hurt nearly as much after being thrown. Now, I was sure part of that was that Nagiko's skill at throws.
受け身自体は練習のおかげで無意識に取れてたみたいね。そして力みが消えたから衝撃もうまく逃がせてたってわけ。
Again?
前回り受け身は自分から前に飛び込むから力みやすいのよ。
Let's see. Now you mentioned it, I think I did strain myself.
だからって力じゃなくて気を抜くと怪我するから注意すること。いい？ユウ。
Nope. I'm assuming that everything is fine now. How about letting go of my arm?
Huh?
Nag was still lashed onto my arm from when she'd thrown me. My arm, or rather the back of my hand, was pressed against her soft tits. The chest is up, yeah. Well, I don't mind it. It's not exactly keeping the dirty thoughts at bay. Nagiko immediately let go of my arm. She quickly took several steps back to try and put distance between us. Hold on me, Nagiko! She must have lost her footing. As she crossed the boundary between the tatami mats and the wooden flooring, she lost her balance and started to fall backwards. Nagiko! Quickly reached out for her. Also, this man is fucking practicing break falls in like a casual jacket. Just this CG existing shows me that this was supposed to be a scene, this was supposed to be a scene of, like, probably her being carried after spraining herself because of, like, the thing with her dad mentioning that she needs to continuously put steady effort in or she's gonna hurt herself when she gets careless. Like, her dad saying that also, it never fucking led to anything. Yet this CG exists. Where we are in a situation where apparently the main character is practicing fucking Aikido without a proper uniform and a flappy fucking shirt and t-shirt underneath. This reeks of it being supposed to be a CG in the base game, but someone had a brilliant fucking idea and had the entire thing rewritten, so they had to use this somewhere else. That's what that fucking reeks of. It's just time. Naka made a bit of a foolish sound when the impact she had been expecting didn't come. She timidly opened her eyes and immediately understood her current situation. And yes, I'm going to use this as the thumbnail now. Whoa, don't struggle, I'll drop you. The so-called bridal carry. It's not like I had much of a choice. We were gonna fall, so I acted on instinct. Well, because it was easy to hold you. Probably because you enacted a falling technique and threw herself down. I've been at a lower position than Nagiko. Since I stood up as I supported her, I wound up scooping her into my arms. You're welcome.
でも、ユウのスケベ、いきなり変なこと言うから、驚いちゃったじゃない。
Nagiko said in a hushed tone, sounding a lot ashamed. It's not like I could help it. I was touching them.
それはそうかもしれないけど、受け身が綺麗にできなかったの、本当は別の理由だったんじゃないの？力んでるんじゃなくて、エッチなこと考えて雑念まみれだったとか。
No, not like that. I hadn't been thinking about that. At the very least, not at that particular moment. But, you know, we have been neglecting that side of our relationship recently.
何を言ってるの、ユウ
？You've been practicing a lot, and you've had your hands full with surfing too. Even though we are spending a lot of time together.
それはそうかもしれないけど。
There was always someone else around, and it had been a while since we had a moment alone together like this. Maybe that was why I've been acutely aware of Nagiko recently. There's no way I wouldn't think about something like that.
わかったわよ。確かに最近はご無沙汰だったし、私だって いろいろ我慢してるところはあるし。
Really? I gave Naiko a good once-over. He shyly shifted her in place under my gaze.
そんなに見ないでよ。恥ずかしいこと言ってる自覚あるんだから。
Naiko had been holding back too. Oh man. Naiko, I don't think I can control myself. I adored Naiko hopelessly and immensely. The need to hug her was positively overwhelming.
You?
We're alone right now, right? Her dad and students would likely be around later this evening, so we had enough time to spare. There you go.
そうだけど。まさか。
You don't want to?
嫌ではないけど。
She may have been hesitant as her reply was evasive. However, she hadn't turned the idea down. Meaning... Naiko? Returned Naiko to her feet and pulled Naiko into a gentle embrace from behind. Then man slithered under her hood. Technically, actually, still alright to show. I'm gonna show a glimpse of it, and then I'm immediately gonna skip H soon. See you afterwards. Okay, they're done doing the fug. We're probably going back to the main menu now. Well, not main menu, after menu. But yeah. God, I am fucking livid about every single decision this game makes when it comes to
Kakenuke
Nagiko.
Seishun, Sparking.
Like, why is it that just for the... Who's the writer? Fucking writer. Okay, original scenario. Character design. You know what I need. Director, artist, composer, vocal staff. Scenario. They do not specify which route has been written by whom. Fucking damn it. So apparently the person that designed Nagiko, also like the character design for Nagiko, also designed Misaki, the aunt. Yeah, there is sadly no way to find out which bastard ruined the writing for my girl Nagiko. Yeah, that's that. I will never forgive the person who wrote Nagiko's route. Time to see if I have to beat the shit out of Riri's, out of the writer for Riri's route as well. Bye.